Hello everyone, I'm Eco Chef Tom Hunt, and today I'm going to show you how to make a range of different plant milks. I'm going to make brown rice milk, hemp seed milk, and also hazelnut milk, which is used in my Nutella recipe. Now, there's a load of reasons to make your own nut milks or seed milks because they actually cost quite a lot to buy from the shops when they're very, very simple to make. The shop bought nut and seed milks you might buy as well contain a minuscule amount of the product they say they will. So hazelnut milk or hemp seed milk will have like 1%. So what we're doing is we're making a much more nutritious product as well here, and we're saving all of the packaging that we would have wasted as well. So come and check these out, Tam, because I've soaked them overnight, and that's just to make sure I get as much out of them as possible. So there's our brown rice, hemp seed, and hazelnuts. So I'm just gonna drain, I'll make brown rice first, and I'll just drain the old water and discard that with any impurities. And then we'll blend that up with around 700 ml of water. It's just over. It works best in a high powered blender like this, but you could do it in a lower powered blender. And now I'm just going to pop this on full blast for about a minute. Okay, so once that's really well blended, we're going to strain it. Now, it's really worthwhile buying a nut milk bag. It makes life a lot easier. I did use tea towels for years and years and struggled, and it's fine, but if you're going to be making it more than once in a blue moon, it's well worth investing in one. They're only a couple of pounds. You can buy non-plastic versions as well. And then you just squeeze that out very gently, and you're left with a great milk substitute. Now, they tend to be, without the emulsifiers and things like that, they tend to be less stable in tea or coffee. So I wouldn't, it's personal preference whether you'd like these in your tea or coffee or not, basically. But I think it's really well worth making them. Hey Lara, you okay? I think it's really well worthwhile making them whether you drink dairy milk or not, because of course you're gaining all of the different nutrients from each and every different seed and nut, and also the different flavor profiles. So I'm going to show you now how to make a sweetened version with the hemp seeds, which you can also use for another recipe in my book, which is a hemp milk panna cotta. I'm going to pour this into a bottle as well. I've got this jar, let's pour it in here. So this is the brown rice milk, and it's surprisingly delicious.
So white.
Yeah. This one's to try. It's actually one of my favourite milks to drink as well. Okay, so next I'll fill this up with some water. Okay, so to make our hemp milk, I've soaked the hemp seeds overnight again. You can buy shelled hemp seeds, but these are totally fine, whole. I'm going to pour, again discarding the water, I'm going to pour them into 700 ml of water. So 50 grams of hemp seeds, rice, or whatever nut you're using. And then I'm going to add some vanilla essence. You could add a few centimetre piece of a vanilla pod if you had it. I'm going to add just half a teaspoon of vanilla essence, around about. I'm also going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and that, once it's emulsified into the liquid, is going to create a more fatty mouthfeel that's a bit more similar to dairy milk. So I'm going to add a tablespoon or two into there. And then I'm going to sweeten it with 8 dates. Now these are the slightly cheaper dates that are a bit harder and more sugary, so I've soaked them in water. There they go. Actually, I'll put the liquid in as well because that's sweet and flavourful. And then we'll whiz that up again in the same way for 1 minute and then strain it. Okay, so once that's well blended, again we'll pour it through our strainer or nut milk bag. And then this, of course, is a sweetened version. Some people like to sweeten all of their milk. And actually it's really delicious for making your own chai as well. Perhaps we could do a little recipe of that tonight, Tam. And then we get a cheeky chai.
Do you add a bit of salt ever?
Yes, sometimes. Yeah, just a very minimal amount of salt is a good idea, actually. Often the brands you'd buy would have salt. And all that does really is give it a little, kind of boosts the flavour slightly. Makes it more palatable. But it's definitely not necessary. Put that in here. Let's try this. Got a interesting colour, and that tastes amazing. Hemp milk is actually my favourite of all of them. Really delicious. Okay, so I'm just going to finish off with the hazelnuts. Again, 50 grams that have been soaking overnight, drained, and then blended in 700 mils of water. And there's the hazelnut. Now we've got enough milk for the week. So that's the hazelnut.
Yum.
You should have some, Tam. There's something... I bet that would make brilliant ice cream, actually. So, yeah. Rice milk, hemp milk, sweetened, and some hazelnut milk too, which you can make Nutella from. Thanks so much for watching.